Boom. What's down, world? It's Quan. Hey, man, I got two messages for you. Real life, man. I got two messages for you. One, what I always say, you got to practice what you preach. Yeah, you got to walk that walk just like you talk that talk. For real, man. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it, and you got to practice what you preach. Because just like in anything else, it's going to expose you. Or you're going to expose yourself because you're going to get tested. Yeah, you're going to get tested. And if you haven't prepared yourself, if you haven't put the things in place that you have needed to put in place, and you know you need to put in place, good chance you could fail that test. Number two is, it feeds right off of that. Hey, man, God's going to test you, and the devil is going to test you too. And when the devil tests you, it always don't come as a red flag. It always don't come with a warning sign. Sometimes it comes as exactly what you're battling, exactly what you're trying to get away from. So whatever problem, whatever battle, whatever insecurity, whatever demon, whatever fetish, whatever want or desire that you don't really need to be dealing with or that you think you want, the devil will come just dressed up like that with a pretty bow on it, with a sign that say "pick me" right on top, and it can bait you in, man. 2 Corinthians, I think it's chapter 11, verse 14 and 15. It says, Satan himself masquerades as a servant of light, and so does his servants, acting righteous. It's something like that. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I did pretty good just knowing that much. That's this Bible scripture goes something like that, man. For real, man, straight like that. Just like that. You ever had that relationship or whatever, you were talking to somebody and they showed you the red flags. They showed you the red flags and you decided to ignore them, knowing you shouldn't have, knowing that wasn't no good for you, but you might have been heartbroken, or you might have wanted to be whatever. You feel me? You get into it. You can't change nobody. Them red flags done got way bigger, way more prominent, and now you in some mess that you shouldn't even be dealing with. Same thing, man. The devil gonna come to you dressed up on a bow, pretty. And if you ain't got yourself set up, man, you might bite that cake, and that cake ain't gonna taste as good as it looks. So check me out. Last night, me and my homeboy, one of my closest friends, we grew up together. Side note, hey man, I don't make a lot of new friends. I still got the same friends from middle school, man. I still got the same friends from elementary school. I don't do no new friends. I just don't, man. I don't know if it's a man thing or me thing. I don't really do no new friends, bro. Still got the same homies. Anyway, so my partner called me and he like, hey bro, you want to go over here, watch the game, blase. So one of these dudes I went to school with, I done hung out with him a couple times. This dude has he has a house. He has a pretty nice house. He's got like a man cave, like a game room type in it, so you can go in there and watch the game. He got pool table. He's got a poker table. You know what I'm saying? Big old TVs in there. You go in there and watch the game. You know what I'm saying? And hang out. Cool. That's what we did. So my bro pretty much scooped me up. We ride over there, right? Then this dude's house, he don't do drugs. As far as I know, he don't really use. But he does. He would allow you to do your thing in his house, right? So, but when I get there, ain't nothing going on. They drinking beer and watching the game. We watched the game. And Green Bay whooped up on the Saints last night. Whooped them. And so later on, so it's all cool. Everybody chilling. Later on, as the night gets later and the game starts winding down, I guess you can say a little bit rowdier crew came over. They did drugs. They used drugs. I know these dudes. I know they use drugs, right? So pretty much they come over there. A little bit of time go by. I go outside to probably smoke a cigarette, make a phone call or whatever. I'm probably out there a little minute, 15, 20 minutes. Come back in, and it's going down. Man, them boys, there's a dude over here getting high in the corner. He over there got his face in a bag or something. dude over here sitting on the couch, got his nose in the table. I mean, they doing what they do. They doing their drugs, and a lot of people would think like, dang, y'all people just do their drugs out in the open. Yes. If it's addicts together, especially if it's the addicts together, yes, they gonna do their drugs right there in the open. It don't matter what it is. You feel me? So they getting high, man. I'm gonna take my toboggan off and warmed up a little bit. Yeah, so they doing their thing, man, and I didn't notice at first. I sort of noticed the vibe of people changed. Some people left out, but so I'm standing there, like watching in a corner, sort of in a part of the room, watching the game, and the dude, swear to God, comes up beside me. I don't know if he was already beside me or walked up beside me and hits me with the elbow nudge. Hey, bro, what? You want to hit this? You want some of this? That's what bro says to me, bro. And I look at him and look down at what's in his hand. And the wave of emotion that came over me, I couldn't even explain it to you. I was triggered. I was almost felt disrespected, enticed. I mean, it was just, I haven't been face to face with my drug of choice in probably over a year. And even the instances that I was faced with it, you know, out there in the treatment in the world, I don't know, this was different. And I've been offered it before too, before this. But I don't know, it was different. And I think it was different because when you in treatment and when you in programs and all this stuff, man, there's always going to be, understand, when you in treatment, no matter if it's a program, a detox, a rehab, sober living, there's always going to be the dudes who are still using, who slip through the cracks, who get something in, who get something brought to them. So, but when you in a program, there's still things like drug tests you got to take care of to keep, you know what I'm saying, to keep staying there, and all these things that sort of is keeping you, you know what I'm saying, I guess accountable. But when you break out to the real world, back into the real world, there ain't no drug tests. There ain't no drug tests that you gotta pass to keep you at home. There ain't nothing you gotta do to keep your car, to keep things going. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't practice the things you preach, you can be in treatment 2 years. You can be all this time, and once you go back to the real world, you can start back using. You see it time and time again. I've seen it time and time again. We all have. You know what I'm saying? You see people who say they got years sobriety, all this time of sobriety, and something changes and they lose it. And I'm gonna go and tell you, there ain't no, I'm gonna just do it this one time for good time's sake. There ain't none of that, man. That one time is going to turn into broken promises. That one use is going to turn into homelessness. That one use is going to turn into everything that you have built, everything you have worked for, all the people that you've, you know what I'm saying, that's looking up to you, that's supporting you. You're letting them down. And in that instance, man, I got up out of there, you know. I told my partner, hey, bro, I don't mean to ruin your night or whatever, you feel me? But I got to roll. You know, I need to leave. It ain't no go outside and come back. I need to leave now. And if you got real homies and real friends, people that really love you, they going to understand that, man. Nobody's going to be, you know what I'm saying? No, they should understand that, especially if they know your story and they know what you got going on. And if they want the best for you. But I did not want to put myself in a situation, because I was already in one. I did not want to put myself in a situation. That's probably the worst situation that somebody in recovery can be, is around people that's using, man. But don't worry, I passed the test. You know what I'm saying? I passed the test. And after all my anxiety and everything left, and I got back to home and I got settled down, man, I understood what I did, understood what I needed to do, and I was proud of myself and I was happy. and just a normal night out.